key, and he's always microing them back and forth.
Yeah, Haas kind of fell for that a little too long. Cannons take out Zerglings in 2 shots, so you always want to take out as many of those Zerglings as possible before you waste like 7 or 8 shots on a queen that is still going to run out of range then, and then later on there's another queen that will also absorb 6-7 shots. That queen is going to be out of range, and then they drop range fuse on each other, and there's all that potential damage that's just gone. It's disappeared in thin air, so it makes a lot more sense as a Protoss player. You always want to keep a close eye on your cannons and shoot out these Zealots. Zerglings, sorry. Moving
on to Frost, our second map in this best of 3, and perhaps the map that gives Jaedong a shot at a rematch against Bomber. It's kind of hard to believe after seeing Bomber versus Jaedong at the top of the day that that Jaedong can still make it happen, but
he is Jaedong.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and Jaedong has as much determination as any player I've ever talked to.
Yeah, and actually, man, if he beats Bomber, that means he finishes second in his group.
That's a terrible, funny joke.
And Jaedong is excellent in finishing second in things.
He is. He's got a knack for it. Although I would never say that to his face.
Either way, Jaedong is of course our blue Zerg spawning in the right bottom side of the map, representing Team Evil Geniuses. It's been a while since we showed the Evil Geniuses guys some love. But Team EG, of course, still rocking it. Still having a pretty strong roster, of course, with Hawk being more active than ever. Streaming a lot as well. Soppy is active, streaming a lot. Xenocider is here and there. It is still a very strong team. We don't show them as much love as I think we should. It's almost like we forgot about EG. It should not happen.
Nobody could ever forget about EG. They are the evil empire. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Of course, Haas, representing the Yowie Flash Wolves on the left top side of this map, is going to open up with a gateway this time, so it's a little more solid for him. Jaedong on the other end, Ben, will open up with the pool, and most likely will go hatch, maybe into another hatch, because I don't think he's going to drone scout. But it could also just be hatch into gas.
We'll see. The real adjustment from Jaedong here is just getting the pool first, saying, you know what, that last game sucked, I don't want to go through that again. I'm going to get a spawning pool, so I'm extra safe. And that's a pretty quick double gas from Haas, isn't it? He's
no, it's just going to mine 2 and 2. It's nothing too crazy.
Okay.
It's going to allow him to get a sentry and a mothership core. He will most likely fire up a Zealot, but then cancel it when he realizes that he doesn't need it. Once more, he's scouting in the wrong direction. It seems like today everybody's just scouting in the wrong direction.
Oh, for some reason I thought this was Jansu, and I was like, how does he scout in the wrong direction on Jansu?
Well, he's going to do... Yeah, did I say Jansu?
No, I don't. I just think it was my brain functioning incorrectly.
You're like blue Yangsu. Man, this is a really funky pylon, and this is the type of pylon that is not there to just scout for something. This is the type of pylon that's like here to hide.
This is like a DT pylon.
Yeah. It's bizarre. Maybe this is Hitman. A Hitman build.
There's that third hatchery we were talking about, so Jaedong is going to play very greedy. Blind 3 hatch. There's the Twilight Council.
And this Overlord will most likely not spot it. This Zergling will run across the map and should spot it. And that's what that Zergling is going to see, Ben, is so standard. That's just everything. Oh no, Jaedong.
No, he'll never go that far. He's...
What, this is close.
He's never going to go that far.
No, he's not far enough. Ooh.
Because he still hasn't scouted, he's just looking for the spawn position.
Yeah, now at the same time he sees it with this.
Now he does see nothing in the main base, and this is a tell.
4 minutes and 40 seconds.
For a Zerg player to see nothing.
If the Protoss is gonna just drop 3 gates here soon, or 2 gates and a forge, that will look like your standard 3 gate pressure with a little bit of mothership core. I do not think that with this Zergling scout, Jaedong can possibly tell that something funky is up. That's almost impossible. If it was at the 5 minute and 30 second mark or 5 minute and 50 second, yes. But at 4 minutes and 30 seconds, like normally...
I predict Jaedong builds Spore Crawlers.
No, I don't think so. Unless he finds that proxy pylon out on the map. But if he does not see this probe on the map, I do not think that he will try to run Spore.
We're going to have to hold our breath and wait and see if he does not get that detection. This is going to get very bad very fast, as DTs are a bit of a win condition when you can't see their invisible swords hacking away at your
I think he's just going to make a bunch of Zerglings, Ben, and then he's going to be very surprised. DTs have a lot of damage, and by the time that there will finally be detection for Jaedong, there's a good chance he's just going to morph them into Archons.
Here's his second scout, and he is once again going to see nothing. one sentry, and maybe he didn't even see that. That has got to prompt spore crawlers.
No. Still no, but
Just drones.
he did. And I do not like that Haas has just showed that probe without any gateway support. This makes no sense. I didn't like that much. I feel that Haas is making it a little easier right now for Jaedong to throw down. I'm also sad that he doesn't commit to the gate pressure. Spine crawler is going down, man.
I am so surprised. No detection at all. Jaedong hasn't started his lair. He has no spore crawlers. He is definitely going to take some heavy damage from these Dark Templar.
He's going to see it right now. And there we go. How many drones will fall? Currently it's 44 drones against 31 probes.
Immediately we get double spore, one in the main, one in the natural.
They should actually not finish up. Like Haas can just spam DTs right now. He should make some more. And basically the only place where Jaedong maybe gets spores is in his main, but Haas should be able to do so much damage in the natural and should be able to do so much damage in the third base.
He should theoretically kill the third base and probably kill everything in the natural, as long as he's paying just a little bit of attention.
He's not paying that much attention. He hasn't killed a whole lot yet, but this is already extremely effective though. Don't get me wrong, guys. It doesn't really matter how this goes for Haas.
DT should not go into the main.
It is good regardless.
He is going to survive.
Layer is 30 seconds down from completing. This is kind of bad news, Bear.
Yeah, this
he's gonna walk over his spore crawler, but he's gonna lose his queen, so there will be no transfuse. Spore does not detect unless it's rooted. Jaedong's playing with fire. I don't think.
Oh, he's gonna get it down. No, he doesn't get it down. The DTs prevent it from burrowing, and that is a dead natural. It is a dead third base. That means Jaedong has just one base. His layer will finish, and he does still have 30 drones there in the main. I don't see him making this making a comeback here though. This is very well, Overseer.
Yeah, if he can somehow save this hatch, maybe he can push those DTs out of the way.
Something.
No, he can't. No energy. Ooh. Well, he does pick up 3 DTs.
Every cloud is a silver lining.
And Overlord is going to find his Twilight Concept, and if he can do something about this pylon, which will be hard, because he needs to bring those...
If he could stop Blink, that is actually a very reasonable...
2 Zerglings is not going to be enough. Jaedong needs to do everything, but I think he's afraid if he sends all of the roaches...
I look how smart Haas is. He just makes a sentry and puts it on the high ground there, so that nothing can walk up.
There is a Zergling speed? No, right? There's no Zergling speed.
So it looks like the follow-up from Haas is just going to be a big 2-base Blink attack. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gates that will be powering this, and that is going to be very difficult for Jaedong to actually deal with.
Haas playing a funky strategy here in Game 2 on Frost with his tournament life on the line. If he would have lost here, then that fantastic series that he played in Challenger League against Sage would have been almost for nothing. But however, man, this series is not over just yet. Haas looking in a very good position here.
Yeah. Now, Jaedong is not down and out yet. I mean, it is very low percentage chance of victory, but he does have Burrow finishing up, and that is going to actually make it impossible for Haas to kill the army of Jaedong.
I agree. It's definitely not over yet. I have lost games like this where I think I win, and then I just make a bunch of stalkers, and you step on creep and you lose. How many roaches do we currently have? 15 against 16. Okay, Jaedong needs... oh, he's setting up the flank. The Jaedong versus Deer flank. Oh, losing that overload sucks a little bit. I think Haas is going to maybe disengage.
And Jaedong's actually not really making the most of his burrow micro. And now he realizes that that's not a fight he can take. He's going to try to preserve... Oh, it goes for the sentry. But he doesn't actually have the damage output that he needs. And he's already kind of bobbled this a little bit. You really can't lose any units in these kinds of situations, and Jaedong's already lost quite a few.
Yeah, for a second with all the Trojans on production tab, I thought maybe, just maybe, Jaedong can make this work. But Blink is ready, all the drones will be pulled. Blink into the main base is pretty cute. There's a Dark Templar in the mix there as well, after that Overseer fell, so Jaedong will be forced to get new Overseers.
Haas has done this well. Definitely caught Jaedong off guard, but ultimately the execution was good enough. And it looks like Haas is going to force this into Game 3.
Yeah, playing risky, proxying Dark Shrine, it always works.
Wow!
Not just when behind in game go Dark Shrine ban, but when behind in series go Dark Shrine too.
You know,